Hey guys, and welcome back to another part of Blood Omen 2 Legacy of Kain series. I'm joined again by Thor.
Yeah, hello.
And when we last left off, we literally just finished the lower part of the city and we discovered the warehouse or hideout of the vampire resistance. And for some of these names, I actually haven't played Blood Omen 2, Blood Omen 1 already, so I don't actually know much about the lore on this game really. So when they introduce characters like Vorador and other stuff like that, it makes the game sound like we're supposed to know them.
You could, well, yeah, you could pretend it's a standalone story, because I remember because you could equate it similar to how The Witcher done it, where his amnesia made him forget everything, and then the game or the first game kind of already treat it like you knew who the world, who the people were and what the world was, because obviously it was drawing from the books.
Yeah,
But of course, not everybody had read the books. But you didn't need to read the books in order to understand and follow the first game. You could piece it together, and it was its own unique story. You can,
yeah,
I think, you can do a similar thing with this game. You don't really need to know the first game. You just need to,
yeah. It's through the character's perspective that they know them, but
yeah,
not through the player at all. They're meant to know that.
yeah,
I know that. I'm aware of that. I know that. It's just I wish they would have done because I get it, because it's the sequel to the first game. You're sort of maybe meant to know this, but because the games are so completely different, um,
you can, yeah, and you can just pretend it's a standalone story anyway. Because again, you could just use the amnesia thing as an excuse to say, yeah,
mm,
well, he's learning as I'm learning, sort of
ex-
thing.
yeah, I agree.
So yeah,
It just goes to show, really, like the way they explore the exposition is the game is progressively explaining the story through the eyes of the characters. So they're explaining that they know each other, but they are
yeah,
explaining why they know each other. So I appreciate that at least. So
yeah. I like it when you don't
he
necessarily need
narrates his
the
own.
first game or the film it came from or the books it came
Yeah,
from. It's nice when you don't need it, but if you want to check them out, you're free
they're
to do
there.
so.
Check it out, and our new dreads.
Yeah,
Dreads.
you're styling now,
I am styling. Looks really cool.
You there,
covering up your
friend?
nipples so they're not rock
Yes,
hard.
you.
That's a
A
shame.
word of warning. You'd better get indoors as quick as you can. There's vampires on the streets. My
Oh,
sister's
really?
husband saw a man drained white he was just last week. And if the vampires don't get you, the Seraphim guards will have some questions for a stranger in this part of the city. And their questions aren't too healthy. Now go along with you, quick!
Okay.
Oh, thanks for that information there, lady.
I know.
You might very well have saved my life. That was like... How was that 4%?
I know. Just those 4 steps, we went from 1 to 4%. Trust me, it's not that generous on this game. Trust me on that. But this is definitely one of my favorite chapters. Given that I love the threads that we're wearing. I love those skull shoulder pad things that they got going on as well. They look really, really cool, and it's just blinging out in
I'm
gold.
not a fan of the gold though. But then that's me.
No, but I mean, at least it's something he's wearing. You know, he's proper
He
to
is
do
wearing
with.
an actual outfit now, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just don't really like the colour gold.
I like their outfits as well. It looks pretty cool. I love the corsets and the dresses and everything. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, they're quite fancy. Although, I kind of thinking maybe a hat could go with that outfit. Both of those outfits could do with better hats.
Oh, don't want to do that. Yeah,
A wide brimmed bonnet with loads of flowers on it or something like that. That would look nice.
looks pretty cool. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys to your thing because again, I'd just be wasting time.
They're waiting for the tram that's already there.
Right, so this guy is running off because they closed the gate for some reason. And
Maybe he's just
No.
scared of closed gates.
probably.
I mean, you don't know him,
Gates
so...
are closed for the night. Move along.
So we have another new enemy here. These were the generic enemies that we were facing in before, but these are the ones now that have got like a bit of gold plating in their armor, a gold trim, and they actually, again, they're relatively the same soldier. You know, they have the same pattern, the same hits and everything. They just take a lot more. They just take not a lot more, but rather a few more hits to kill these ones this time. You know, which is well, whatever, I guess. I'm trying to think now. You're just gonna chill out and look at me?
Stand down.
I'll get you guys to chase me. There's a nice pocket of mist here. May as well just get involved with this. Come on, guys. Oh. Just a thug took down the guy then, right in front of the guards, and they didn't do anything about it. Crap! Yeah, they saw me. Oh great, now they're all after me.
Where did he go?
That's unison.
All three of them said it. Where did he go?
Prepare to die.
Leave me alone.
Where did he go?
Nope.
I don't know.
Damn it!
Who they're expecting an answer from. Yeah.
Every fucking time. Crap. I'm one hit away. I'm just committing too much to doing this.
Where did he go?
You should probably lead them away from the body and then feed on it and then go back for them.
Probably. But I know better. Because I clearly don't care.
Yeah.
I'll stop
right.
walking the same path. Damn pathfinding. What's up, dude?
Prepare to die.
No, you don't. Christ.
Where did he go?
I'm so ripping your heart out for this. Just plop plop. Find that funny. Oh, finally.
They're all done for. I just gotta wonder how many families you've destroyed while feeding all the million people.
Possibly quite a lot.
So what's behind that house then?
What house?
The one to your right. The one...
This one?
No, not that one. The one opposite it.
Well, this one?
Yeah.
Nothing. Can't go in.
No, I mean round back where the wall is. Is that where you're meant to go?
What, there?
No.
I don't know what
You
you're talking
where I
about.
mean.
Just let me, yeah. This, you mean this? Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the way we gotta go.
Oh, I was just wondering.
Ooh, another vampire. Marcus, I think his name is.
So, the rumors speak true.
Marcus, my old friend.
A poor choice of words, Kane. We were not friends.
Oh.
Will you sour this reunion with old
Never had
grudges?
any friends, did he?
Granted, we parted on poor terms.
You tried to murder me.
I seem to have failed.
You feared my growing powers. You knew they would one day surpass yours. Is that why you begged me to fight at your side when you waged war upon Nosgoth?
Begged? I never begged.
In your arrogance, you presumed me dead. But I was stronger than you knew. I crawled from my haven and fled into hiding.
That's the Marcus I remember.
When the Sarafan proved victorious, I knew that my destiny lay with the Sarafan Lord. I offered myself to the winning side.
I always knew you for a sneaking, cowardly opportunist. How unfortunate that my poor aim caused you so much suffering. This time, you will die completely, I promise you.
No, Cain. Once more you underestimate me. The dark gifts manifest differently in each of us. Over the years during your absence, my powers have increased enormously. I now have the power to charm all living things, to subjugate their minds and make them do my bidding. You will kneel to me, Cain, and the Sarafan Lord will be pleased with my new slave. Now, obey me. What? Impossible.
What manner of creatures have you been practicing on? Dull mortal fools, with their minds full of commerce and dung? My mind is far too strong for your powers.
No matter. My mental powers still allowed me to read your thoughts. You seek the Bishop of Meridian, do you not? He has some information that you require.
A clever trick.
I will ensure that you never get that information. You may find the good Bishop, Cain, but when you do, he will be dead.
Not if I reach him first.
So this is pretty much a chasing mission, really.
So I take it with his mind control, he can't mind control the Seraphim leader, otherwise he would have done.
No, it's only just humans.
Just humans. We've got some fancy clothes.
Yeah, I think they're meant to represent clerics or something.
Yeah.
Their weapons are really weak though. They're sort of like wooden cross. Well, not wooden crosses. They went to wooden emblems, referring to the Seraphans. Yeah, they're just the Sarafan
Insignia.
sigil.
Yeah.
Well, signias. Yeah.
Insignia, sigil, whatever you want to call it, I guess. Their mark.
Mark, yeah, and they're really weak for some reason. So I'm not
Yeah,
going to use those weapons.
They don't look very strong. Well, I guess they're not really made for fighting, are they?
Not really.
Spread the religion or whatever it is. Although I still don't really know what that is, because I didn't know they had a religion until now.
I think it's referring to Christian because you can see the crosses on their clothing, so it's still, you know, some reformity of it.
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah,
I just
but
didn't think they had any sort of faith, because he didn't see any of them till then.
this guy makes me laugh the way he generates his powers. Look at that. He sort of extends his neck up and down. Just like Guess I'll save again. Because I must. Yeah. Now you can actually avoid these guys altogether if you wanted to, but I want their lore. I'm making it a thing now not to go for all of the citizens, because it'll just take too long.
Yeah.
I mean, I said that in the last part anyway. Will you die?
Well, you were in the right setting to be like a Jack the Ripper sort of figure, so you know, have fun with it.
Yeah.
Now you're in the fancy area. You need to.
I think when it comes up to like the equivalent of how much each individual person will have in terms of lore, like in the end it won't amount to much, just, you know, I know it adds up in the end, but then it also adds up the time it takes.
Is it random person to person?
No, it's always the same amount you
It's
get
all
from
set.
every person, so.
Huh?
What am I doing? Yeah, I need to turn this thing. This is one contraption I thought was really weird in this game though. Like, why is this such a conventional thing that they existed?
I know, you wouldn't invent that.
You have this thing that
Why
is
not?
designed just to shift.
Yeah,
To
why
turn
not just
around.
have a bridge?
Exactly. What is the need for any of this? So, I mentioned some people who have had qualms about the way the design choices are for this game, and I'll admit that this isn't really It makes little to no sense.
Yeah, that would never be built. You just have a bridge with a gate on it.
It's just time consuming more than anything.
They just want something that looks cool, even if it's inconceivable.
Yeah.
So, this fella taps me on the shoulder.
Right there in the Red Raven?
That's right. But I could tell he didn't belong there. Nice hands he had, and that look in his eye like he reads too much.
Oh, a swell, was he?
That's right. And he tells me he'll give me a tenner if I follow his wife of an evening and kill the man she meets. And guess who it was?
Who?
A priest at the cathedral. She was going there every night to pray for her son who's run off somewhere.
Wow. What did you do?
What do you think? What I've been paid to do. I'm not one to spit at a tenner.
Is it time yet?
No. Wait till that light up there goes out. The gentry never think. They invite you to their house, and what? Do they think you just go away after that?
And there's lots of silver, you say? And the woman has jewels?
Hidden in the same place. Can you believe it?
Well, we'll just have to teach them a lesson about that.
They should thank us for it.
What are the thugs doing there?
Right, so yeah, even in the upper part of the city, there's still thugs roaming around the areas.
Yeah, but I wouldn't really expect them to be in like this sort of structure.
No, but I guess because this is like the higher part of this, you know, the wealthy part of it, they've got more reasons to be here.
I guess, like, even though they're criminals, people are still going to employ them to do stuff. Like you said, he was being a private investigator for one guy. So I think, yeah, I guess it makes sense that the clerics or whatever are hired when their needs require them, I guess, even though they're thugs. I don't know, I'm just trying to make sense of why they're in this building and not on the street.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, you'll find some more of them. Oh, damn it, I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
You'll actually find some more thugs around here. They're actually, they've positioned them in ways that they've tried to, like, break into people's houses, and it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's cool to see them doing that.
Because the Sarafan doesn't give a shit about any of this. This is just the upper part of the city that existed way before its time.
Yeah.
There's just, because of, you know, the law and the way things have run now, like, there's a massive, there's a massive, what's the name? Oh.
You there! You are to conduct me to the bishop's manor on the instant.
We were told to be on the lookout for a vampire.
Not me, you fool. You know me. Cain. Cain is the one you seek.
Well, he's not gonna stop and tell us his name.
You're to kill him on sight.
Those are our orders.
That's probably the most
I'd ask for a description.
that's actually probably the most logical thing that guard has said. Like, he's not just going to stop and tell us his name. And then the vampire Marcus just responds with, "You're to kill him on sight." I'm like, but you didn't really answer my question.
Yeah, he didn't give a description or anything.
Yeah. And this is such a weird entry to how to get to this area. Like, why would there be this bottom area and then all of a sudden you have to go up a friggin' ladder? It's so weird.
No stairs. I'd have put a staircase there.
But this is the reason, one of the reasons why I like this area. It's one of my favourite chapters. Very purple. And all the glass sort of churches and cathedrals. Sort of neon stainless purple. So it's a very purplish theme in this area. And there's a massive you know, distance between the lower, the poorer people and the high rich people. So I guess that's what happens when, you know, there's a disconnect between there. There's just the crime rates. Hey guys, sorry about that. For some reason it was just making that really distorted noise or whatever. But we're back now, and hopefully won't happen again.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Cain, it is Vorador. You must reach the bishop's manor at the other end of the city. Only he can give you passage into the Seraphin Keep. The curfew has set in, so be careful on the streets. The guards are looking for anyone suspicious and will attack you on sight.
Now
So
here's
you've
your
got
proper carriages.
A new type of car.
Well, it's a carriage.
The carriage, but it's self-driving, isn't it? Or was the guy
No,
sitting
no,
on
no,
it?
no,
'Cause I
no.
didn't
No,
see
there
him
was
sitting
meant to
on
be.
it.
It looks exactly like there's meant to be horses on it.
Yeah,
You know, and this little purple area thing here
yeah.
is where he sits. But it's wonder why it moved on its own then before. Right. Right. So let's.
Where did he go? Where did he go?
Where did he come from? Where did he go?
Where did you come from, Cut Nitro?
That's it.
Didn't actually mean to do that.
Where did he go?
I hate it when it keeps doing that. Oh my god, you know what?
Please, don't hurt me. Where did he go? Where did he go? Stop playing games, you're scaring me.
Stop playing games, you're scaring me. Who are you talking to here?
Where did he go?
Right, so yeah, like I said, this game, this version of this chapter of the game is very purple. Very nice, and I like the music of it as well. It's very doom and gloomish, but also ambient as well at the same time. I think the game it's sort of built around going around this whole cathedral, and I think now the guards attack you on sight, so.
Oh, because that other Marcus told him who you were.
Well, it's just them saying, you know. We don't know who he is, but you just attack anyone. Attack anyone
Yeah,
who
attack
looks
them
suspicious, I guess.
Except me and the others on this list.
Yeah.
Attack all the others.
I assume I've got to go this way anyway, so.
What if the door opens?
Oh, for God's sake.
You to pieces.
Is this mist? Yes, it is.
Die, fool.
Ugh.
Die.
Man, you have got no friends in this city.
No, no one likes me.
Except for
I will
Uma.
cut you to pieces.
So you got more rogues here and thieves.
Yeah, well, it's
They're
where
all
all the
looking
rich stuff
for-
is, isn't it?
Where you gonna go?
They're gonna thieve all that crap, aren't they?
Yes, they are. I like how they sort of aim out their knives as if to
Yeah, just
stipulate it.
hoping you'd be standing there.
It's pretty funny.
Putting their feelers out.
Oh,
Not sure what the purpose of them having different coloured armour is.
die, fool.
Just for visual fidelity, I guess.
They might have something to do with their armour being stronger than the others, I don't know.
Where did he go?
Oh my god, she's doing it now.
Have your belly split open, there you go.
And you die right next to your bestie.
I should get a next upgrade of health after this one. There you go. Oh yeah, here look, here's a rat. Just standing still. That's all that happens.
can't feed on it.
We just scream then.
Can't have a rat burger. What do we do in a house?
Or
You gotta. Ladders are broken, so you gotta build them.
yeah, you know it.
Build it, it's there.
You gotta build it. Yeah,
So
sure.
I was
why not?
thinking, because usually when a ladder's like that,
I know
it's
what
like
you
in
were
a modern
thinking.
game where you have to like extend it.
Almost didn't say it.
For some reason, I thought the word build, even though it's not applicable.
So here you see another rogue just standing on the roof of this area, and she's just looking down, as if to stipulate that she's trying to break into the place below. And there, one of the rogues is
So
there.
that was just watching the couple having sex.
Oh, yeah, that's a possibility as well.
From the looks of it, it might not be that.
Looks like you're not getting any loot tonight. You're going in the loot.
That loot's mine.
Cut you to pieces. I'm gonna.
So yeah, you can tell like how well defined he is, well refined rather, just being in the nice fancy clothes. And look at his house as well. I mean, Jesus, it's a pretty big room.
Big, tall, bright.
So even in the upper city, they've still got these problems. But I just like the fact that, you know, how they try to make it seem like this night is particular because people are getting robbed here still as well.
All this room
You just happen to catch it.
So all this room needs now is like a bookcase and a piano.
Pretty much. Don't think you can go out of this room.
Good is
No.
the living room without entertainment.
Yeah. Oh, this thing. I remember this. I actually remember that when you try to aim on him, he just moves out of the way. So
Does he?
I'll try to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, you just missed him entirely. Yeah.
He landed just short. I need to set off his fucking patrol out. His cycle.
Oi. Just crawl away. This is a weird setup he's got as well. This house.
I was about to say that fireplace in the middle of the room like that. I don't. Well, if you've got the money, you're gonna.
Yeah, they've got the
gonna
money.
design
They'll
it
just
the way you
splash out
want.
anything they need.
Yeah. I guess this is this world's equivalent of like modern art, modern architecture. I'm being cooked.
And it makes it weirder because it's like, where is this? Where is this meant to be the front entrance of your house or something? Where is this leading to?
Yeah, and where are all the other rooms? Where's the doors
Yeah.
to the other rooms? It's just
All that material, and they only like accommodated it for one room.
not practical. Nobody would live in a house like that.
That's what I mean. The level design is just so freaking weird, and
It's nice on the outside, but when you get into a building, it's like they've forgotten what a house looks like.
I know completely. They've made
Completely.
it too video gamey, I think. to be
Yeah,
honest.
too video gamey. There's a balance that needs to be stricken, and I don't think they've quite got that balance.
They certainly haven't. Yeah, we know this guy. And it's also making it a point to know that even if you're misted, the guy still shows, like, he can still find you in the mist. So you can't hide from him.
The glowing one.
Yeah, the glowing one. Not these two.
How far away? How close can you get before he realizes you're there?
Just like there, like he was pretty much he could have seen me then. And if I try to go behind him, he just
So
it automatically.
okay, a few feet away.
Yeah.
Where did he go?
He's got a different voice. All right.
Where did it go? I haven't got a clue, I haven't.
And he never stops searching for you as well. Every time. Yeah, every time you think you're going away from him, he actually.
You'll turn around and go.
He'll go the direction you're standing, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. No,
You're
I like
alright.
the knife.
Dual scream like that then.
That'll happen a lot.
It has happened a lot.
It's only when I'm drinking. God, could you stop Could you stop screaming every time I take a drink, please? It's really rude.
I don't come to your house when you're eating your fucking Sunday roast to scream in your face.
I mean, even for these carriage drivers, even they look quite refined.
Well, I guess they would. You don't want them to look unseemly, do you?
Not in the slightest. Forgot what this is about now. Why I have this door? Oh yeah, because of this.
Oh, I thought it was a staircase.
No, no.
I
It's just-
don't know why I saw that.
I think that's meant to represent a
Wasn't it?
gatehouse, but again, it looks so weird.
Yeah,
doesn't
what
it?
is it? It's just a room with the smallest.
Why would I even
garden.
have that? You've got two entrances to this thing. You go in one side, it locks you on the other from the inside, and then you just go out. I don't get
Why not
it.
just
It's
leave
so
the door
puzzlistic. It's just one element of the game I really don't enjoy.
I think they should have just not bothered with interiors altogether. The back alleys and rooftops seem fine enough. Because the indoors are fucking weird. Does that make any sense?
Exactly. Plop.
Because I do like this area. I do like the outside a lot. I like all the vines and shit everywhere. Somebody's manor house there. Fucking hell.
Yep.
That's big.
I got a sweet thing going on.
The water looks a bit dirty though.
Yeah, it's a bit weird why thing is here. You know, like you got pipes. I'm just gonna stop questioning the level design because again, it's clear what they were going for, but you can't have it both ways where you have rooms that are empty and that don't have anything. So it's there for aesthetic purposes to make it, giving it a bit more, you know, realism.
Yeah, it's supposed
Authenticity,
to,
but
then
it's
they,
like you
they
can't-
throw that out the window with the odd dimensions.
Yeah, it's just like you can't have it both ways, guys.
Yeah, I think they should have just had it where you don't go indoors at all.
Well, I'd rather they would have just made the levels design a lot more intrinsic with the actual world, like what
Yeah.
a real world street would look like.
Yeah, that would have been nice. Because people complain that realism's boring and it's not video gamey enough, but I don't think that's true because, you know, people play Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I mean that was artificial as hell, but at least the layout was logical.
Yeah, the streets are quite realistic and even the interiors are quite realistic. But you still have video game fun in them, don't you?
Yeah.
So I don't know why they couldn't do it with any other kind of games. They easily fucking can.
Shh. You didn't see me.
Where did he go?
You might have done that.
Funny if you could sneeze behind him, give you position away. Oh, shit. That's a nice angle.
You should probably try and screenshot that every chance you get. Oh, I see. This was just to turn the water off from this location. Because it would be logical that water would just be dripping down on an area where you could access from the public.
Whoever was building this world was just an inconvenient asshole for the sake of it. They were just laughing the whole way, going, "Ha! If I build this structure like this, it'll take forever getting through it."
Yeah, exactly.
And these are the motherfuckers that live here.
Oh, really? You guys are trying to...
Someone will teach you a lesson.
He was going to say the exact same thing then, but then realised and he just said it.
You guys think you were going to get the drop on me? Do you have any idea what you're dealing with?
Dealing with Nicolas Cage. He's a vampire. He's a vampire. Pardon me.
You're pardoned. Right, so...
Save.
Yes, I will. 35%. I think after... I don't know, the next checkpoint I might have to just end it here, because I need a break. I'm getting
It's a
really
long
hungry.
bit. It's a long chapter anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it
I
might-
mean, I'll
we might as
collate
well
it into parts
half-
anyway. I probably won't put it all into 1 hour, you know. As much as I wanted to try and put it into chapters, it's just too long. Some of them get really way too
Yeah.
long, lengthy ones.
Well, it's fine, isn't it? You do the first half in 1 hour, and the second half in the next hour.
That wasn't very nice. Oh, this area. I hate this area, if I'm honest. Because the premise is you're meant to go in the water, or you know, go to flip this switch and just activate these gates. And I can't remember if you actually drown, if you can drown in these water. But there's this whole puzzle area which is meant to, you know, you change the drainage to go over here, and you drop the box down, and you're meant to, I don't even know, like, it's just dumb. Alright, so we've got to, right, so first things first, we've got to drain this. This is just how arbitrary some of the puzzling is on this game. I can't say I like this. It's just introduced way too much.
See, when the game first started up, I didn't expect to see any puzzle. I just thought
Yeah.
it was going to be like The Thief, but you're a vampire. That's what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, essentially it was
Shit.
meant to do that, wasn't it?
Thief game, but you're a vampire would be quite fucking cool.
I don't even care. Burn me all you like, I just don't care. Alright, that's enough. I just hate these systems, really. Yeah. Interesting how some of these statues look. Like they're meant to represent the... I think these are some of the guards that you actually get introduced to in the next part.
Right.
God knows what they're meant to represent or something, but whatever. Anyway, the only point for this was that we were putting this block in front of this gate so we can flip the switch to open the other gate, but still have access from our side.
Right.
Because for some reason that gate automatically closes whenever you flip the switch. It's so dumb.
But if you're not going back there, why does that matter?
I don't know. But here we are in the
You'd
next.
just be able to click the switch to open it again anyway.
Yeah.
Video game logic.
I know. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna end it here because I'm really getting quite hungry now. I'm also getting quite tired. So, excuse me. In the next part, we'll progress further in the chapter, and I'm pretty sure we'll have. Yeah, we'll definitely make sure to finish this chapter at least, you know. But they do get a bit long-winded. So, thanks again for watching, guys, and as always, I'll see you soon.
Aye.
Is that your goodbye?
Yes, it
Actually
is.
completed this time. Because I'm having a smashing good time.
The second half.
I told my lady the girls wouldn't clean his lordship's room with that light burning in there. They were that frightened of him.
The lights stay on of their own accord?
He calls it glyph energy. He's lit the whole upstairs with it now. It's a wonderful light, so gentle and bright. I like it myself, but the girls near left in a body.
I've seen glyph lights, but not in a gentleman's house.
But he won them over in a minute, the day he got the glyph energy to heat his bath water for him. That's right, we carry the cans up cold now, and he's got the water hot in a twinkling. The girls are all right with it now. I told my lady the girls wouldn't clean his lordship's room with that light
So
burning
this
in there. They were that frightened
bit of
him.
dialogue here,
Lights
this is a
stay
bit
on of their
glitched
own
because it keeps on
accord?
repeating itself.
Calls it glyph energy.
And they just keep
He's lit the
standing
whole
there having
upstairs
this
with
same
it now.
conversation over
It's
and
a
over again.
wonderful light, so gentle
Both
and
got
bright.
dementia.
I like it
Don't
myself,
judge.
but the girls near left in a body.
I've seen glyph lights, but not in a gentleman's house.
But he won them over in a minute. Stay back.
I just had to stop it there. But yeah, they were basically talking about how one of the high-classed gentlemen have
I told my lady the girls wouldn't clean his lordship's
God's
room.
sake. Yeah, so it pretty much is just explaining about how a guy, a gentleman who has a glyph energy in his room or something. It pretty much acts like a tap, where he turns the water on and it's automatically hot.
It's the hot tap.
Oh, I lost my water. Wow, that's just. Oh. Well.
You got him. Maybe not. Your first death.
It is my first official death. At least they've stopped playing their dialogue.
You don't get any fancy cutscene for it. It's just like
No, just you
respawn.
restart, you respawn.
Sometimes games like to make a fanfare of it.
I'm playing games, you're scaring me.
What the fuck? Why did you aim at him? Wait, how did I? I feel like my claws are stronger than most weapons in this game.
Maybe they are.
It only took 2 combos and they were down, but it usually takes more than that with a sword, which is interesting.
Maybe the sword's more for blocking than actual fighting.
Yeah.
Because they're probably not.
It's pointless having this mist here as well.
It's just everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, those guys were going to see me regardless. I couldn't sneak up on them, and I wasn't going to be able to hide from them either. Right, I think now what I've got to do with this is I've got to move this, and I've got to ring the bell in order to change the shift. But I think what was meant to happen was there was meant to be a cutscene that transpires, telling you about the shift change. But I'll incorporate it in the video.
Activated.
Did I not do that right? Hey, but you were meant to get a cutscene explaining that it was Vorador who was telling you about the shift change. It really isn't much of a big deal, to be honest. Yeah, these guys.
One fricassee gate.
Stop moving.
He's been training extra hard. Ever since he heard you were in there.
Yeah, the enemies get a little bit finicky. This is a bit weird as well. Like, where does this elevator get to go? It just goes to here. But you can't open it, so you gotta go... jump across here.
What was that?
Nothing? Nothing at all? This guy just stands there and be like, what was that?
Please, don't hurt me.
So now we're in a house of some sort. With awful wallpaper.
I've
It's-
seen worse.
I don't really know what room this is meant to be, but it's like, it's a weird view, I guess. I don't know.
No, in this game, it's probably the fucking kitchen.
It probably is. Hey, dude. What is that? Oh, Jesus.
Don't they do that to you?
Yeah, I don't like it personally.
Kick your ass like that.
Oh, wait. That's odd. I thought usually it, that's weird. Sometimes I did 2 sets of combos on them before and they just died. Whatever. Is that the equivalent of...
Small plating.
Is that the, like, equivalent of, you know, your porno or something back in these days?
I don't know. I don't think paintings back then really hid the fact, did they?
No. Oh, for God's sake. Didn't mean to say there.
Every woman had like at least one boob out.
This is true.
Not that I'm complaining, but you know.
Alright, how do I delete this save? Don't think I can. It's fine, I'll probably do it in the files, I guess, or something.
They're not a plague on the land. Don't talk that way. They are the means to an orderly society.
My father says.
Oh, you and your father. Don't you see? The order and discipline the Seraphim impose on the lower orders are for everyone's good. They respect us. They know their place.
My father says there was a time when the great noble families ruled the land, with a king over all.
It's the same now. The Seraphim Lord.
But we, the nobles of the land, are not being permitted to have a proper influence upon affairs.
Speak for yourself.
We cringe and we pay. Many an ancient family has been brought to ruin by the unending taxes. And where is the money going? He's not even building palaces.
Does your father say that too?
My father has disappeared.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Was summoned to a meeting.
Don't tell me anything more.
He never returned. So I've been thinking that if we, the young nobles, could meet.
I've just remembered I have a very important... something I must do at once.
Father's been a bit mouthy.
You are the young nobles, are you? That's meant to enforce influence and...
I think the Seraphims are onto his daddy.
Yep. And it seems pretty evident that you guys are paying your taxes for nothing.
Yeah, that seems that way, isn't it? 'Cause what the fuck are the Seraphim going to do with that money? They're just going to build what they want, regardless of the money.
But it's like, you see this being spoken of in the ranks of, like, society and people. Like, even they're akin to knowing what situation's going.
Well, after a while, you really would expect it, wouldn't you? And some of the wiser folk are beginning to
Wise up.
wise up, yeah. Essentially, that's it.
Well, they won't be influencing anyone. Sorry, noble. I mean, I didn't really trust his logic anyway.
No.
No, I can't.
It seems to be one of those games where everyone's basically a bad guy, so, you know, do what the fuck you want.
Oh yeah, this thing. I hate this thing.
It's another awkward ass puzzle. It looks like another awkward ass puzzle.
Yeah. It's like sometimes your brain switches off at this. It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
you look at some puzzles, don't you, and your brain just goes,
Yeah, it's blatantly obvious what I have to do.
but you just can't muster up the...
Yeah, I mean, it's the forethought. Like, why all of a sudden, why does it have to be so convoluted into doing this stupid, arbitrary system?
Yeah. It slows down the game in a way that doesn't really work.
Exactly. I'd love for them to make a remake of this game. I really would. Although having said that, I think the first two, both the games need a rework, because the first game as well, I think, is...
Well, if they remake the game, because it's a remake and not a remaster, they've got the chance, because they're building it from the ground up, they've got the chance to omit all these puzzles and replace it with something else.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe they could re-engineer it to be like more like Thief. Maybe they could make it more stealthy. Maybe they could add, you know, change the combat up a bit, make it a bit more. Maybe even add new powers or something. I don't know. Just
Yeah, maybe. I just want it to be more like... I mean, it seems that the route they were going for was realistic in a vampire sense. You know, there's a lot of things on here, but the level design completely contradicts what the storyline design is really implying, really, you know?
Yeah, there are some games where you just look at the level design and you think, what was there? Why would you do this?
That was weird.
Although those glow knights were a nice idea. I like them.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm not having a problem with that. It's just the level design I had an issue with, and
Yeah, no, yeah.
just the way the puzzles are and everything. I just don't like it. Man, you are slow. And you're making me... You're slowing down my killing. Wow. What are you doing, man? So you wouldn't think of that as an interactable object sometimes.
Usually they make it obvious.
We were told to be on the lookout for a vampire.
You're to kill him on sight.
Again, not much information to go on there, but alright.
I'll give you the description via telepathy.
Telepathy.
Oi, you there. You work for the bishop, don't you?
Telepathy.
I've 3 crates of wine to deliver.
I don't work for him.
Oh, yes you do. I've seen you there.
I've left his employ just this minute.
That's the West
I
Country
wouldn't go
episode.
near the place if I were you.
Why not? I've got this wine.
The Seraphim searching the house.
Thanks, friend. I owe you for that.
Yeah, he's a farmer.
Did you see that? Did you see it? Where did he go? Where did he go? Where did he go?
No one's going to answer you, dude.
I know. We get
It's
it, you're
just
looking
over
for me.
there.
Where did he go? Prepare to
There's your answer.
Where did he go?
Yeah, it's quite funny how this game works sometimes. It's slow paced. So they obviously want you to absolve everything that's going on around here, because, you know, when the combat stops going, then it's all about, oh, now I need to just take a few moments to drink their blood and then do a bunch more puzzles, and it's like it doesn't even, I swear this game's going through, it's like an identity crisis, like it doesn't know what it wants.
Yeah, does it want to be combat? Does it want to be stealth? Does it want to be puzzle?
Again, like, who would place a set of ladders so far above the ground that you would not even be able to reach? It just makes no sense half the time.
Yeah, you know, you got to question a lot of level design. So obviously they want the world to be believable, somewhat realistic. I mean, look at the setting. It's not exactly an alien fantasy world where you could probably get away with that shit. No, it's a realistic Earth setting, so it makes you wonder though, what you're thinking.
Hey dude, why were you wailing on him? So it's pretty much just dog eat dog then, you just attacking anyone on sight.
Dog eat dog. Those are some big ass books.
I know, Jesus Christ.
I mean, I know books can be pretty large, but like all of them, fucking hell. Yes, this is where I keep my big books. For big reading.
Is this guy a scholar or something?
Probably is. Either that or he's a fucking nerd.
Well, either way. It's a shame though that
Loves his reading.
he does. So it seems that the Savarafan has been searching around these households. I'm assuming this is like
It
part
looks
of the
a bit
bishop's house.
trashed.
Yeah, but what they got against the people now? Like the Sarafans just off killing off people now? Is that it?
Maybe the people are starting to become more aware of what's going on, so they're trying to they're trying to handle damage control. I don't fucking know. Because if they wanted to rule them, I don't see why they couldn't just rule them properly. Because they've got the power, haven't they? They don't have
I
to.
suppose it makes one wonder. Maybe they just needed the influence from the people. Because maybe the Sarafan don't have the means or the numbers to rule. I don't even know what their main game is supposed to be about, if I'm honest.
But then again, I'm sure the game will tell you eventually. Yeah, I thought they would be able to with the green electricity.
Crap.
Not necessarily win over, but you know.
Yeah.
Because there are going to be people that don't want to be ruled by them regardless.
Well, I mean, it's what the nobles were talking about before. Like, they used to be ruled by noble houses and families and like kings and all that stuff. So they obviously knew that in their time before all of this crap happened, and they have been ruling apparently for 200 years. So it's been a fair while since they've.
That's quite a long rule.
I mean, it makes one wonder. You know, would they have actually forgotten about their roots on the king and queens and stuff, or is it literally just something that the Sarafan has purposely tried to not really
discourage?
Yeah, well, pretty much discourage.
Yeah, because I don't think 200 years is long enough to forget about.
Well, I mean, we could go back over 1,000 years ago and it's still recorded.
Yeah, exactly. So they're probably just trying to go 1984 on it, and slowly but surely weed out all the information that.
So here's another new enemy.
He looks a bit new.
And he's got an awesome weapon, which I want. He's got a lot more hits though than the other two. But it's not saying much, so.
Ah, there's a secret bookcase.
Who are you?
You there. What's your business here? Who are you?
I beg you, be merciful, good sir. I was butler to the Bishop of Meridian, but the Seraphim, they're inside now. I thought I would wait here.
Where are they?
Uh-oh.
Technical difficulties, people. Be right back. It's crashed again, I think. Hey guys, sorry about that. Let's hope now this time it won't bug out on us.
We shall see, shall
I'm gonna get this weapon because it's actually one of the best weapons in the game, and you'll see why.
You there. What's your business here? Who are you?
I beg you, be merciful, good sir. I was butler to the Bishop of Meridian, but the Seraphim, they're inside now. I thought I would wait here.
Where are they?
They accuse the Bishop of aiding the vampire resistance. They're looking for proof. I beg of you, do not tell them where to find me. I will do anything.
Yes, you will. Tell me where to find the bishop.
I can't. I mean, I don't know.
Shall I ease your mind and tell you I am sent by Vorador for the vampire resistance? Or shall I simply tear out your throat and continue my search? I leave the decision to you.
The cathedral. He fled there. He thought he would be safe.
Holy ground will not deter his pursuer. Where is the cathedral?
To the northeast. But it will do you no good. You cannot enter without the proper authority.
I suggest you show me the way. Now!
Of course, sir. This way, sir. It is my pleasure to serve you. This tunnel will
Another
bring you again to
follower.
the streets.
I thank you. Good night.
Good night indeed.
Please, don't hurt me.
And there you have it. I personally didn't trust him. I am a vampire, so it's fine. But yeah, this weapon is a pretty much one-hit kill if you manage to grab them. And this guy gives you a little bit more lore than usual.
Fair enough.
Oh, what now? That was a weird transition. Just gonna save the game again.
The early 2000s is to be expected.
Shit. It's just not worth you losing this weapon over. So even these guys, just chop off their heads. There you go, done dust.
Job done. Bob's your uncle. Jiminy is your cricket.
God, it's just having this weapon makes it so much easier, and I love that for it. It doesn't look nice, but it does the job. I'm not entirely sure if it's any more damageable or damage. It does more damage than the swords, but well, that's not really what I use it for, really. Some of these Sarafan flags and everything and emblems, like they've covered their presence all over the place, really, and God knows why the people. I guess people thought, yeah, it's the lesser of two evils, because the vampire, you know, they had enough problems with the vampires, didn't they? So
Yeah, and they thought,
mhm.
they thought these guys maybe they could help.
So you have more of these clerics here who are charmed. So the enemy we went up against earlier was a Sarafan knight, and they usually are pretty strong, and it's almost really difficult to catch them in a fight, really, when you're trying to go against them. But you know, they obviously have weaknesses. They run out of breath very quickly, so there's the exploit.
It's all that fucking armor they're wearing.
Yeah. And these enemies are not they're just a joke, to be honest. Like you try to grab them, they duck down, and then as soon as the animation of them getting back up again, you grab them again, and then it just automatically gets them. I'll let you have that, dude. Ta-da!
Can't cleric without a head.
No, don't want to lose that weapon. No, I don't want that weapon.
Oh god, I hate when games do that.
Yeah.
I want to pick that thing up. Nah, you want this thing. No, I don't. I want this thing. Nah, you want this one instead. No, I fucking know.
I mean, I don't mind tanking the hit, because it's just worth you not losing this weapon.
Well, yeah.
And I'm going to lose it in the next chapter anyway, but I'm trying to
You want
hold
it
it.
as long as
I
possible.
want it as long as possible, you know?
Yeah, well, that's it. Anything that makes it a little less stressful. Not that the game looks all that stressful anyway, you know what I mean.
I do. Why do I keep pressing the wrong button? It's so annoying. I'm playing on the keyboard here, not the best. Oh, and I'm getting a new keyboard tomorrow. I've ordered one.
Oh yeah.
Finally, yeah.
Sick of the one you got.
No, it's just old. I love this keyboard, I really do, but it's getting on now.
Ah, yeah. They tend to. What kind of keyboard is it you're getting?
Just a Red Dragon.
I don't know what that is. I don't know brands.
I don't really know what to tell you. It's an LED RBG or RGB one. So,
Is it a mechanical one or is it like flat keys?
mechanical.
Ah, the clickety clackety one.
The clickety clackety, yeah. I mean, I do like the flat key ones. I really do. This one I'm using right now is currently a flat key one, but
Oh. I'm not sure about them.
yeah, this I found a bit weird as well. This is meant to represent some sort of puzzle that changes the emblems from black to red, then unlocks the door.
I mean, yeah, sure.
You
why
could
not?
like have absolutely no clue what this game's about, or give any sort of direction, and it's just you instantly know what to do because it's just simple puzzles. It's just not even a puzzle. It's just something like
It's the worst locking mechanism. Well, I can't really say the worst, but it's up there. Push the thing in, change colours. I mean, you know, I guess you're living in a world where they just haven't invented keys. They just haven't. I don't know what they are.
right. Interesting place for graveyards and everything. Like, why would you have tombstones? And because it seems like that people were buried here, but it's cobblestone. That would just make no sense.
Yeah, it's usually they're usually grass, aren't they? And because you know, how are you going to bury them? It's like somebody went into the cemetery and went, "Yeah, I'm just going to pave over these gravestones."
I'm very
Maybe
near the
it's-
end of this chapter now, thankfully.
Maybe it's a precaution from superstition. They don't want zombies getting out.
So I found the
I don't-
bishop. Here we'll be up to a boss fight.
Greetings, old man.
Nice little.
I assume that I address the Bishop of Meridian. I seek information on gaining access to the Sarafan Keep. You are to give me passage inside. I am sent by Vorador. What ails you? Speak!
He speaks only at my command.
What?
You are too late, Cain. He is entirely in my power.
Release him and I may spare your life.
I hold the cards now, Cain. Surrender yourself to me, or I will kill him.
What do I care for the life of some mortal? But the thought of killing you at last entices me. Tell me, Marcus, do you truly believe you can stop me?
Stay back. You cannot win. The bishop will tell you nothing while he remains under my power, and you will never catch me.
Why would you even not kill him at all? Oh, you can actually... Well, you can't really touch him. You can aim at him, I guess. So, I don't get that. Like, the whole point of this chapter was for you to get there before he did. And he said if he gets there first, he was going to kill him. He gets there first, and look what happens. He doesn't kill him. Ah, we're back to this part again.
Those weird little carriages that are actually fucking cars.
Why do you keep saying that? They're not cars, they're carriages.
But they have no horses. They self-drive.
It's
The
not-
car's in the shape of a carriage.
But then a car that self-drives is not technically a car either.
Well, if it's got a carburetor, then yeah, it's a car.
Alright, I guess. Can't be arsed with you nobles. Someone's got to rule the land after I kill the Sarafan.
Yeah, the 2 people you've left alive in the whole city.
Yeah. There is some method to my madness. This is such a pointless chase as well. Like he's running away like a wuss.
I know, I hate it when they do this. Run away. But yeah,
It's
fight
to-
them anyway, aren't you?
It's just to build suspense, like knowing that
It doesn't
you're gonna
really
do it.
work though.
No, it doesn't work at all.
It's just like, oh god. I'm just gonna fight you already, mate. You threatened me and then you run away.
This is, I think, the last part now. Yeah. So at this point now, I'm gonna have the boss fight with him on top of
Sweet.
the cathedral glass.
On the skylight.
Not really. Baboon.
Oh god. You
That
have
looked
to, yeah,
painful.
You have to smash through it.
And this boss fight is relatively easy. You just go to these clock bells here, switches.
Oh, you hurt him with the environment. You don't.
Don't
actually-
be paranoid, Kane.
God damn it.
I really am.
I really am what?
I don't know, I didn't hear what you said.
I thought you said Bob. I really am Bob. Well, that's nice to know.
I need him to come-
beginning to wonder. Should have been dropped.
I would have loved to have been able to grab him, but I can't.
It doesn't let you. It's like no. You can't do the fight. Yeah, this guy. You have to fight him the way we.
This fight goes on. There's even a worse part to this fight than this, I'm afraid.
Oh, it's stages. It's got stages.
Oh, it's got stages. Just like all of them else. Every other one does.
Yeah, I don't like stage boss fights. It's like,
Yeah, but you're gonna
You
hate
beat
this
him-
one.
you
You're
beat
gonna
him
really
one-
hate this one.
why can't he be dead?
It's because the game thinks it's trying to be clever.
Yeah, it's padding really.
Pretty much. Even though the game's pretty long as it is.
Yeah, it fucking needs it. But he's trying to big him up as some sort of threat, isn't it? Isn't it right? Yeah, make it out he's tough guy.
Right, so I forgot now what I'm supposed to do. I think I'm meant to go back down here. Yeah, I'm meant to go up here. Okay. So essentially,
Yes.
I've got to. What have I got to do? I've got to. I've got to.
Sneaky bastard.
I've got to. He keeps on. He's going to be turning invisible a lot now and just running off. So I need to.
I hear him laugh then.
Wow, this fight is going surprisingly well.
Because that would have been funny to see him running away.
Ow. Oi!
Touch me.
He never blocks either as well. There's another one around here somewhere. But yeah, there's the trouble of once you found him,
Do my bidding.
and you were like, I really should have kept on wailing on him though. That's the problem now because he's disappeared, and you have to find him. You have to chase him around this bloody thing.
Then he pops up again.
And if he gets away from you, if he deviates from you at all, you just have to do this stupid, arbitrary runaround crap. Which, where the hell is he gone now? He's not even trying to hit me. It's just literally a runaround.
Is he going downstairs?
No, he stays on here, thank God. That would be just
okay.
ridiculously unbearable if that was the case. There we go. There he is.
I was going to say, it's probably just waiting on that thing. Balcony.
Shit. See how he's sort of...
Yeah. Fade. In and out. Right.
Yeah. The game's just not being fair right now. He was attacking me even when he was partially invisible. I think that's it. Oh, good. Thank God. Screw that boss fight. That went surprisingly better than I thought, though. I think there's some form of symbolism here why they threw him on the podium in the cathedral.
Yes, I do. I must thank you for destroying that fiend. He robbed me of my mind.
He was a novice. Bishop, I require your help. Vorador has sent me to gain passage to the Sarafan Keep. One of our associates is held captive there.
A fool's errand to enter the very maw of the beast. But yes, I will help you. I will take you there. I will show you the entrance.
Wow, his model is clipping like mad.
Yeah. That's
Into
part
itself.
That's part to do with the graphics mod, but
Oh, right, okay.
so now we're at the Sarafan Keep. Which I
That's a
actually
bad name for you.
You have entered the Sarafan Keep at last.
The Keep of Seraphim. You get sued for copyright.
Not without difficulty. I encountered another old friend on the way. Marcus.
I see. Then may I assume that another of the Sarafan Lord's guardians have fallen?
You may.
Many times I attempted to persuade Marcus to join with us, but he would not heed me.
My arguments were more convincing.
I sense that Uma is being held in the uppermost reaches of the keep. You must hurry. She is to be executed soon.
Where is the Sarafan Lord? Is he here?
I do not know. His presence is masked from my senses. But you are no match for him yet, Kay. If you encounter him, hide. If he sees you, run.
Run? Hide? Vorador, you do not know me.
Your task is to find Uma quickly. Let nothing distract you. The information she obtained from the industrial quarter may allow us to defeat the Sarafan Lord at last. Do not destroy our only chance with hasty action.
How sickened I had become with weary admonitions of safety and care. How I longed to rend the flesh of my one true enemy. How I thirsted for the taste of his life's blood on my lips.
Go, Kay, quickly. I will be watching.
In for him, he's got it in.
So yeah, that's that was chapter 4, I think, the Upper City. And now we're at chapter 5, the Sarafan Keep. So I'm going to end the part here, and I'm going to start a new part. And when we return, we're going to do this chapter, which is the Sarafan Keep. So thanks for watching, guys, and as always, see you soon.